Now that we understand the distance wedge swing and we know what to do to pitch the ball and create spin and hit the ball consistently solid, be consistent with our rhythm, we have to learn to control our distance. Now, there are a couple tricks to this. First off, how you practice is extremely important. I have these colored cones that I travel with that are included in part of the premium package, and I also have 3 out there at 40, 50, and 60 yards on the range when I practice. I will lay all 6 of these down between 40 and 100. It's not enough, if we're going to be able to control our distances, to just hit balls into open space without specific knowledge of how far balls are going, because we have to cultivate our touch, and that skill is developed through random practice where you have feedback on exactly how far the balls go. All right, now, the next step is to create known numbers based on swing length. Remember, we're always going to finish with the right side passing. We're always going to hit our finish line, which is the logo on my shirt. We're always going to be about a 7 out of 10 energy. Now, if those are constants, then the length of my swing will help me gauge the amount of energy I impart on the ball, obviously in the club I choose. So I have my sand wedge here. It goes about 105 yards. If I take what I call a 9 o'clock swing, and I don't care what you call it, 3/4, 9 o'clock, or whatever, but by 9 o'clock, it's like, okay, now it's at 6 o'clock, like it's a minute hand of a clock. 9 o'clock would be left arm parallel. Then I make my good finish, 7 out of 10 right up to my finish. That's going to go a certain number. And what I want to do is replicate that in practice until I know what that number is. So first activity is I want you to set up and I want you to hit 5 shots, or do as many as it takes until you are consistent with the landing spot relative to the cone. So I'll show you a 9 o'clock swing. Narrow stance, 7 out of 10, hit my finish. You'd like to think that that's a swing that you can do in your sleep. So that went 63 or 4 yards. I can tell because I have my cones out there. Now I'm going to do that over again, and I'm going to start to see a pattern. All right. Next step is develop a 730 swing. Now a 730 swing is much shorter, and it might require a little slower backswing with a little more abrupt feeling wrist hinge, because we still need hinge to create speed and spin. Okay, so it's basically a little mini full swing, stay over the ball, slow to 730, hit my finish line 7 out of 10. And I want you to repeat the same process. Pull out 5, 8 balls, however many it takes, until you're hitting shots and balls are landing. We're going by carry distance now, landing in a consistent spot within at least a couple yards of each other. So here's a little 730 swing. And you can see that went much shorter. That went about 53 yards. All right, so you need to get your cones out. You got to practice smart, create known numbers. And we're going to use these known numbers and intelligent practice to cultivate our touch. Now, last activity, after you know your known numbers, I want you to write them down. And you can write them down in 2 places. You can write them down on a sheet of paper, keep it in your golf bag, or really smart for dumb guys like me, I write them right on my club here. My full swing goes 105, my 9 o'clock swing goes 80, my 730 swing goes 55, and it makes it easy for me then when I get on the golf course, especially if I haven't practiced that much, to have that reference. I pull my club out of my bag, oh yeah, my 730 swing goes 55, and it gives me the knowledge I need to play a shot with good touch to the target.